Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will lose ourselves in the Casual Vacancy by JK Rowling. Set in the idyllic fictional English town of Pagford, The Casual Vacancy by JK Rowling is a gripping and tragic social novel that explores the hidden tensions, prejudices, and hypocrisies of a seemingly peaceful community. When Barry Fairbrother, a respected and active local councillor, dies unexpectedly, his demise creates a casual vacancy on the Parish Council. The resulting election becomes a fierce battleground for the town's residents, whose lives intertwine through conflicts over class, politics, and morality. Rowling's first novel for adults, the book offers a sharp and unflinching portrait of modern Britain, filled with biting social commentary and complex characters. Plot summary. The small English town of Pagford is nestled in picturesque countryside, its cobbled square and charming facades hiding layers of conflict and tension. When Barry Fairbrother, a beloved local councillor, collapses and dies outside the golf club on a quiet Sunday evening, his death sends shockwaves through the town. Barry's unexpected demise leaves a vacant seat on the Parish Council, turning a hidden struggle into an open battle. The Parish Council becomes the stage for a clash between two factions. One side, led by the imperious Howard Mollison, seeks to sever ties with the Fields, a nearby council estate known for poverty and social problems. On the other side are those like Barry, who had championed integration and the rehabilitation of the Fields. With Barry gone, his allies, including Parminder Joanda, a determined local doctor, are left vulnerable against the powerful Mollison family. Howard, brash and self-satisfied, schemes to fill the vacancy with his son, Miles, a complacent lawyer, while Shirley, Howard's equally conniving wife, ensures every step aligns with their ambitions. As the town prepares for the election, private lives unravel. Kay Bodden, a social worker recently relocated to Pagford with her teenage daughter Gaia, is assigned to the case of Crystal Weedon, a volatile and troubled girl from the Fields. Crystal, though hardened by her circumstances, is fiercely protective of her younger brother Robbie, who suffers under the care of their heroin-addicted mother, Terry. Kay sees Crystal as a chance to make a difference, but struggles to break through the girl's defenses. Crystal's story entwines with that of Pagford's teenagers. Andrew Price, a quiet boy with an abusive father, finds solace in his secret affection for Gaia and his friendship with Stuart Fats Wall. Fats, the deputy headmaster's son, revels in provoking chaos and embracing his philosophy of authenticity, which often leads to cruelty. Their world collides with Sukhvinder Joanda, Parminder's daughter, who endures relentless bullying and struggles with self-loathing, feeling overshadowed by her siblings. Barry's death also unsettles Gavin Hughes, a local solicitor and Barry's friend. Plagued by commitment issues, Gavin grows distant from his girlfriend Kay, drifting toward Barry's widow, Mary, as he grapples with guilt and indecision. Meanwhile, Samantha Mollison, Miles's restless wife, finds herself yearning for an escape from the monotony of her life and her husband's subservience to his parents. The election campaign intensifies, exposing Pagford's divisions and hypocrisies. Howard and Shirley manipulate Miles's campaign, framing him as a champion of local values. Parminder, angered by Howard's underhanded tactics and mourning Barry's absence, tries to rally support for Colin Wall, the anxious deputy headmaster. However, Colin's mental health struggles and his insecurity about his candidacy make him a vulnerable target. An anonymous figure, calling themselves the Ghost of Barry Fairbrother, begins posting scathing revelations on the Parish Council's online forum, exposing the darkest secrets of Pagford's residents. Simon Price, Andrew's violent father, is unmasked as a thief, while Colin's obsessive fears about harming children are laid bare. Howard's extramarital affair with his shop assistant is hinted at, casting doubt on the Mollisons' moral authority. These posts fuel gossip and mistrust, turning the election into a battlefield of personal vendettas. Amidst the chaos, Crystal dreams of a better future. Encouraged by Barry before his death, she hopes to escape the Fields through rowing, a sport she excels at. However, her efforts are undermined by her mother's addiction and the stigma she faces in Pagford. Her relationship with Fats becomes another source of instability, driven by mutual recklessness rather than affection. The fragile veneer of Pagford shatters when tragedy strikes. On a desperate attempt to assert control, Crystal takes Robbie to a secluded spot near the river, hoping to protect him from their mother's neglect. Distracted by her own turmoil, she loses sight of him. Robbie drowns, his small body pulled from the water too late to save him. Overwhelmed by grief and guilt, Crystal ends her own life soon after, leaving behind a community grappling with the consequences of its failures. The deaths of Crystal and Robbie force Pagford to confront its collective responsibility. Parminder is consumed by anger and sorrow, feeling she failed her friend's cause. Kay, devastated by Crystal's death, questions the impact of her work. Howard and Shirley face public backlash but remain largely unrepentant, while Samantha is left to reassess her choices and her marriage. Andrew, emboldened by the turmoil, takes steps to free himself from his father's control, planning for a future far from Pagford. In the end, Barry's absence looms large, a stark reminder of what could have been. His vision of a united Pagford, where compassion bridges divides, stands in stark contrast to the fractures that remain. The Parish Council election concludes, but the scars left by the battle linger, etched into the lives of all who were touched by it. Hope you enjoyed that. If you want more, explore other amazing works by JK Rowling. You know where to find them. Check the description or Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in JK Rowling's original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.